Hey everybody, welcome to the Barely Normal Wet Shaver. That would be me. This kind of hip and mid section that you're seeing behind the stone, dug bare. So what am I doing? Well, what am I always doing? Showing you something different, right? And that's what we got right here. I'm down in my honing den, better known as the laundry room, and I've set up a synthetic stone in a slightly different position. Why have I done it? Well, it was a couple of years ago that I started to try to work on a smiling blade. And I had 4 really bad attempts and ruined the edge over and over again. And in my frustration, I started searching to learn more about how to do a rolling X stroke. And a rolling X stroke, for those of you who don't know, basically you're taking the razor and you will start at the heel with a little bit more pressure, and then you work across, and at the very end at the toe you're going to kind of lift the heel up to make a little bit more contact with the toe so that you make complete contact, and you want to try and have as much consistent pressure across the entire edge as you can. And that's easier said than done as a beginner. So I ran into this very cool video where I saw this guy had this stone set up like this. It was out of Australia, I believe, and this was probably done about 5 or 6 years ago, the video itself. And I can't find it, so I think it's been taken down. I wish I could share it, but regardless, this is what he taught me, which was you don't need to learn the rolling X stroke if you have the right stones. You just do a standard X stroke on the width of the stone, or the depth of the stone rather, this part. And I thought, man, this is awesome. This will give me at least the opportunity to get the smiling blade that I was trying to hone to a point where I could shave with it again. I never gave up and did in fact learn how to do a good rolling X stroke. But I wanted to share this for those beginners possibly, or maybe just because it's fun to do if you have the right types of stones. And it also can be used for doing corrections in a very small area, which can be beneficial on certain damaged razors or wacky GDs that have problems, or old warped razors. So this is just something to kind of keep in your arsenal as a possibility. Now, yes, you have to have the right type of stones. If you have a Coddy that has a Belgian blue laminate, it won't work. If you have an odd shaped stone, you know, and you can't quite find enough surface area to work on, that might be an impossibility. But overall, where I find it most beneficial is in the lower, 1K, 4K area. And most of those synthetic stones will give you what you need here. So how do I prepare this stone so that I can work on it? And then I'll show you the simple X stroke and how effective it is at reaching the entire toe and heel area of a smiling edge. All I do is wet the stone, and then I'm going to mark it with a pencil, you know, in the traditional way that you would. Now this stone has been lapped and is level, but just to show you, you know, you are going to hold it and make sure it's secure. Make sure it removes all of the pencil, and then lap and bevel the edges, chamfer, bamf, or roll them, or however way you want to do it, as well as the tips of each tip and back section, and then wet it down, and you're set to get started. Now, in this case, this is an old Wade & Butcher 5/8 with a smiling profile, and I will start with the heel at a slight angle. And in this case, I find it very beneficial. There's more than enough surface to feel that it's lying flat, but I still like to be able to kind of level it and keep my opposing left hand, in my case, on the toe, and just work it across the entire blade. And that gives you full contact every time without issue. and then roll it to the other side and do your laps in the normal form. And then if you have a blade which does have a chip or something of that nature, if it's in an odd area of the stone, or of the razor itself, you might be contorting a little bit and putting pressure where you might not want to. But when you have a smaller area, this might be just the ticket to be able to do that work in one specific area very, very well. So there you go. That's what I got, and thought I would share it. Again, is it for everyone? No. If you've got a good rolling X stroke, will you use it often? Probably not, but there may be times when just for fun, or like I said, for very specific purposes of corrections, it's cool. It really works, and it sure helped me out of a bind when I first started. So give it some thought, like I always say, and see if it works for you if you're a honer. And if you guys know anything more, you know, good, bad, indifferent about this concept, I've never seen anybody other than that one person ever do it. And I just decided to go with it, and I've had some fun with it. So till the next time, everyone, peace out.